Happy New Year. It's 2026, January 9th, Friday, to be exact. We got through 2025. Yay, we got through it. So, this video today, I have contemplated whether or not to even record it because I feel like a fraud. This video is the start of documenting my current weight loss journey. The reason I feel like a fraud is because I've done this so many times. If you've been following my channel for years, then you will have seen the old videos. And I start and I never achieve my goal. I don't know if I'm going to continue to document until I do reach my goal. I don't even know if I'm going to make it through to reaching it. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and try to document it. So here it is. I am currently, as of this morning, 238 pounds, which to me is a setback because earlier this week I was 233 pounds. And so I don't know what I'm doing so wrong that I have gained 5 pounds. It's discouraging. So before I get into what I've been doing, how long I've been doing it, I'm going to talk about my why. Why have I decided once again to set out on a weight loss journey? And it's not just weight loss, it is complete lifestyle change. For the majority of my life, I have been, I want to say average size. I don't want to say I was thin, but I wasn't overweight for the majority of my life. Then something happened, don't know exactly what, and the weight piled on, and it's been difficult to get it off. Now, I will say one of those things was having a baby, although I don't want to blame it all on that because even having a baby through my pregnancy, it sounds weird, but I say that I actually lost weight while I was pregnant, but I gained weight at the same time. Let me explain. I gained the baby weight. So my pre-pregnancy weight, I was, I think, 224 when I found out I was pregnant. When I left the hospital after giving birth, I was 214. So that's what I mean by I gained weight, but I lost weight. I don't remember what, I think I got up to about 240 something, maybe. I don't remember. I didn't gain a lot of weight during. I think I gained about 18 pounds total when I was pregnant. And then after giving birth, like I said, I had gone down to 214. So, but after he came out, the weight kept going up. And it hasn't gone down. So, I've been less active since I have given birth. I used to run all the time, a couple times a week. I used to actually do like workout videos. I don't think I paid attention much to what I ate, but I don't think I was eating anything crazy. I've always loved sweets, but I don't think that I ate them as much as I do now. Then, once you turn 30, like everything changes. It's like it changes overnight. So I think that's part of it, just age and hormones, and I don't know. I gained the weight. My fault. So besides just needing to lose the weight, that's one of my whys. 2, health-wise, my A1C had gotten into the pre-diabetic range, where it was dangerously close to being diabetic. I think it was 5.8 in April of this year. And in August, I was reevaluated and it was down to 5.3. I should be going to see my doctor again soon, within the next month or two. I gotta look to see when my appointment is, but we'll see if it's come down even more. So that's one thing, or thing two. The third one is I've been told by my primary care that my liver is not looking great. I mean, it's not bad, but the enzymes were not quite right. Perhaps leading towards fatty liver disease. I don't think I have it quite yet, but there's some things that I can do to prevent it. And so that's another thing that I've been working on. And then lastly, my son. He's still very young and very, very, very active. And so I've always said that I wanted to, I've always said that I've always wanted to be able to keep up with him. And because I am an older first-time mom, I just want to be able to keep up with him as long as I can. Those are my whys. I'll be turning 40 this year. Yay me. Thank you, Jesus. And I just want to make some changes. I want to feel like I'm living again. I'm just kind of existing now. And so part of me living means that I need to drop the pounds. Before, like I said, I was active. I enjoyed kayaking. I enjoyed hiking. I used to like to go to amusement parks and ride the roller coasters. Go to a water park and get on the water slides. I don't feel comfortable doing those things now. I feel like, well, I know I can't ride the roller coasters. I'm just too big. I can't fit in the seats, and the seatbelt things won't come down. So that's one thing. Oh, flying in an airplane, the seats, I never complained about the seats being so small before, but that's because I was in a smaller body. So that's uncomfortable being in the plane. Last summer, I took a flight and I had to ask for a seatbelt extender. Right? So I have to make some changes. There was somewhere else I was going with this, but I can't remember. Me wanting to live again. So some of the things that I like to do, skydiving. I enjoy skydiving. I'm too heavy to go skydiving. They have weight limits on those kind of things. I went to the Caribbean this year on a cruise, and I just made it on some of those excursions, like swimming with the dolphins, and there was something else that maybe like horseback riding or something. I don't know. It had a weight limit, and I just made it, or I was just over the mark, and I'm like, that's discouraging. So the things that I like to do require me to be in a smaller body. And so, yeah, I need to make some changes. Also, part of me living is getting out and doing things and just rediscovering who I am as a 40-year-old woman, a mom. Having children to an extent changes you. And for some of us, it makes us lose ourselves. We get so engulfed in being a mom that we forget that, hey, we're actually Alexis. We were Alexis long before we became mom, So I want to get back to rediscovering or discovering the new me, or, who I am in this phase of my life, and getting out and doing things, whether that's going to a concert or going out to dinner or dating again or whatever it may be. And I want to be comfortable, confident, and feel sexy doing it. So those are my whys. And let's talk about what I've been doing, because this video is getting really long. So I want to say about 2 weeks before Christmas, I started on this journey. And I didn't really say anything about it. I just kind of did it. That's when I decided I needed to make some changes. So backing up a little bit further, if you haven't seen it already, I've been documenting my hysterectomy journey. I had a hysterectomy on the 17th of November, 2025. And after I got cleared to do some light exercising, I decided to start walking. And so my goal at that time was to either walk 30 minutes a day or 2 miles, whatever my schedule permitted. To walk 2 miles took me about an hour and 20 minutes. 30 minutes got me a little over a mile. So, yeah, so I was doing very good with that for about 2.5 weeks. And then the Christmas holiday came, and my son was out of school, and so that kind of made it a little bit more difficult. So I stopped walking, but he's now back in school, so I plan to pick that back up. I started wearing my Fitbit tracker, so it tracks my steps and everything, and this is a good way to keep up with everything and be motivated to keep going. And then I changed my eating. At that time, I started using an app called Lose It to track what I was eating, and I focused mostly on calories and being in a calorie deficit. I was really tracking, making sure I stayed under my calorie goal, but then also making sure I burned a certain amount of calories per day. And that seemed to be working out for me. I think towards the end, I started my intermittent fasting, but my fasting window was only somewhere between 8 and 12 hours, and it was never really consistent, but I still tried to make sure I had a fasting window. And again, that seemed to be working out for me. But then I started with another app called Nourish, where it sets you up with a dietitian, and it's free through your insurance if you have one of the approved insurance plans. And so with the nutritionist or the dietitian, my goal was to focus on protein intake, fat intake, low carb, and reaching 64 ounces of water a day, which I have yet to reach. It's so hard getting the water in. And then also with that, where I was fasting, and my fasting window is 16 hours. I've been on that plan for 2 weeks now. The first week I did pretty good. I am no complaints about that. I didn't do it perfectly, but I did really well. This week, I've done well up until yesterday. Yesterday, I had it was just weakness for me. The hunger from fasting for 16 hours is almost unbearable. Also, he had me wanting to eat, or he had me, one of my goals was to eat every 2 hours to stabilize my insulin so I don't have insulin spikes. That's also very difficult for me because there's a lot of times where I wouldn't be hungry, but he wants me to put something in. And sometimes, with working and everything, that could be very difficult. So yesterday, my weakness, I ended my fast, I think about 2 hours early. And the things that I chose to eat, were not necessarily the healthiest, but they helped me not be hungry. Now, I did stay within my macros for eating those that he set for me, but it just wasn't the type of food that I probably should have been eating. Today also was not a great day. I ended my fast probably about 3 to 4 hours early because I don't like that feeling of hunger. I don't have to be stuffed or full every time that I eat, but I don't like that in my stomach and feeling like my stomach is touching my back and getting the headache. And you try to drink water, but it just makes it worse for me. Another thing that makes it worse is if I eat fruit on an empty stomach, then I feel like I've never eaten in my life. I'm so hungry. But I'm not beating myself up about today because I ate small portions. I had a little bit of chicken salad, and I had a protein shake, and then I had some high protein milk with some fiber in it. It's actually time for me to eat again. Yeah, so I feel better. I feel more energized than I did with the fasting. So I'm going to talk to the dietitian and see about adjusting my fasting window, making it shorter, and seeing if there's any results from there. So last thing I'm going to talk about, as of today, my current weight is 238. Earlier this week, it was 233, which I was like, oh, yay, I'm losing. This is great. But I gained 5 pounds, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think yesterday's eating probably didn't contribute. It didn't help. I don't know if with the fasting, my body's just holding on to the food or the calories, because I don't know. I probably need to go ahead and incorporate my working out, and maybe that will help. Not maybe, it will. I have to get my mind right for that. I don't like to sweat. I don't like for my heart rate to be elevated. But I know those are the things that are going to help. So I just need to get over that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm just going to take it day by day and see how it goes. And I won't do another video until maybe the end of January. And then we can see a month's progress. I am going to go ahead and drop my before pictures in this video. These pictures were taken on the 31st of December. And it's me being very vulnerable and putting it all out there. But that's how I'm going to be able to see if there's any changes. So if you've made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you for listening and following me on this journey. And prayerfully, I can keep it up. And I could use your encouragement and motivation. And you have mine if you are also on this journey as well. And just remember to like, comment, and subscribe below so that you can continue to follow me. And then you can even go back and look at my other videos of my workout or my weight loss journey. And then my channel is all over the place. It has so many different things, whatever you're interested in. Me learning how to play the violin, me reorganizing and decluttering my home, maybe some parenting stuff, makeup, so much stuff that you can choose from. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed. Love you guys. Bye. One more thing. I decided that I was going to take pictures to represent my non-scale goals or my non-scale victories, because sometimes stepping on the scale can be discouraging when you're stepping on it each week and it hasn't moved much in the downward direction. So the picture on the left was taken on December 31st to signify the beginning of my documented journey, although I did start this earlier in the month of December. The picture on the right is my goal dress. It's a dress that I really love, and I want to look good in it, feel confident in it, and so I would like to see my results at the end. And this is just showing what I look like in the beginning. So once a month, I'm going to take pictures in both of these outfits and compare them to the previous month. And then when I ultimately reach my goal, I'll do a before and after, so to speak. So yeah, this is my goal. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. And again, thank you for following me along on this journey. I'm excited to see where it goes. Today that I'm posting is the 26th of January, so stay tuned for an update in a couple days.